Cancer, how you doing, guys? Thank you so much for joining the new website. I really do. For you guys that are still over on the this is your last month. If you're still over on Patron, I actually had a new subscriber over on Patron, and I don't know why. But like I said, Patreon has been left open because some people still want to watch old readings. So I don't really want to close it as such, but after this month I can't keep uploading to the new website and to Patreon and everything else, because I have readings for the new website that come out like now, like a day before anything does on YouTube, or it doesn't at all. And then I forget where I am because I have to do a reading for YouTube and then also make sure that I upload the reading to Patreon. And sometimes I'm deleting the files, forgetting that I have to go to Patreon, and it's getting it sounds very confusing, and it is Cancer. So I'd really rather everybody just go over to the new website if you can, but make sure that you do by the end of this month, okay? I've tried to give you guys as much money off as I can with coupons and stuff, okay? Okay, so let's see, Cancer or Life Path 7, what have you guys got coming up this week, starting from the 8th, this week for Cancer, this week? I was going to say, I'm sorry, but I can't channel for you, and I was going to say you could be dealing with a Scorpio and Aries, and I was feeling a block, and I couldn't get through, and I just thought, you know what, this is probably not the best time for me to channel, because I can't pick anything up. And there you go, you got someone that may have blocking someone or blocked someone off, okay, or pulling someone off. I don't know what that is. But like yeah, you got 4 Scorpio, Aries, or just blocked basically. Okay, basically Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn. But yeah, maybe blocking someone out of your life, or they have you. Alchemy, Natalie. Let's see, Cancer this week. What's Cancer got coming up from the 8th? Then you got 10, you got Happy Piscean. So it's kind of like, well, I'm happy forgetting the past and moving on with my life. So someone's trying to move on with their life to be happy. There's money here. There's someone that could have quite a bit of money. This is also banking on something and saving money and saving assets to be happy. So someone isn't happy with this person. So like I said, they're stable within their own right, which means why they may have had enough of things and said, fuck it, I'm had enough. I'm going to concentrate on me, going to concentrate on my money, and I'm just going to be happy. Could be a new person because you've got a 1, but you definitely start off with blocking someone, Cancer, more than likely. And if it isn't blocking someone out, it's to do with money, okay? Cancer from the 8th. This week for Cancer, what they got coming up. And then you got another 4, Scorpio or Aries. Caught between a rock and a hard place. You could be dealing with 2 energies that are like Scorpio energies, Pisces people. There's a block and then there's an offer. You got the 4 and the 1 of cups, which is a 5 of cups, which means that someone may be rejected here and told no. Okay, someone that you may not be getting on with. It wouldn't be someone new, I very much doubt. I would say it's someone that you've been dealing with for quite some time and you realise there's no change. That's the only time you ever know that there's no change with a person. Now, that could be a mother or a father or a sibling or anybody, but someone that you realise you've tried speaking to, you tried talking to, they've tried changing you, you've tried changing them, or them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, and you've tried so many times and the person's still doing the same thing, being the same way, arrogant, stubborn, not speaking, not talking. So I think that you're both trying your best to ignore each other here. So there you go. I mean, like I said, man, it could be multifaceted of family, karma and relationship, right? Where there are loads of people around you that you're doing the Scorpio thing. You know what? If any motherfucker comes at me with another complaint, I'm pretty much done, right? Could be Pucci, Paula, Piscean, but I'm pretty much done with people complaining, right? I'm not someone's adversary to just keep coming and blaming and shouting and having a go saying it's you. If you think it's me, then do one. I'll block you off and won't speak to you, okay? But if someone does that as a game, then they're playing a dangerous one. Yeah, right. Cancer this week for the 8th. It's the 8th of the 8th. What do you know? Lion's Gate. 8th of the 8th. So you could be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarian. 2 8s, which would be Leo and Aquarian. 2 8s is 16, which is 7. So you could be dealing with a Cancer and a Life Path 7. You got Virgo, looking at my health and fitness, and basically just bringing myself back around to be single. Now, if I'm single, I could also be ready to mingle, because some of you are single, like you're classed as single here. Now, if you're with someone that you blocked out, you're still classed as single, more likely, because you're not speaking here. So there's a single person here. Could be a Virgo. Let's see. Cancer this week. It's kind of like you've got an interest, but the interest is not interested. Like the person that you've been interested in, it's kind of like I'm not interested in them anymore, or them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian. But like, I'm not interested in them anymore. Okay, so I'm single. Let's see. Cancer this week from the 8th. Then you get the Three of Cups, and then you get with someone, either a new person because you're single, could be a Piscean. It's possible this third party, but it's kind of like, because Virgo actually came up quite a lot in the, if you've got like Leo or an Aquarian in your chart, then you really need to watch that reading, because there was third energies all over the place and people trying to leave energies to go towards energy here. But there's a single person that's wanting to, I don't think you really have a choice. You don't, you kind of do. You have to agree upon the contract, but if you have a strong spiritual connection with someone, you have it. You can't deny a spiritual connection, right? Nobody can, right? It's very difficult to deny a spiritual connection. But it's difficult in order to forget the past, to move away for someone new, because it's single energy. But this contract has to be agreed upon with these two. Okay, here, if you're single. And if it's someone from the past and you've had a lot of drama, because this is also like a drama triangle. Around and around we go, keep trying to get back, split up, get back with one another, split up, live in the ethers of hope, but nobody's changing because you get 2 4s. I've not changed, you're not changed, I'm not changing for you. Okay, let's get back together. Has anybody changed? No. So let's do it again, and you go around the same merry-go-round doing the same thing again, where it leads to next week. If you split up, it leads to next week of maybe being single. Sometimes you have to realise your karmic patterns of what you keep trying doesn't work. If you've come to that conclusion and you realise, fuck, I've tried so many times and it doesn't work, that might be a conversation that 2 people are having, saying, look, I've tried this so many times to get through to you, and the other person says, look, it isn't me that needs to change, it's you. It is one of those situations where you say, look, sweetheart, it isn't you, it is me. Right? It's not me, it's you. It's these 2 people here are pretty much blaming each other, saying that it's you, no it isn't, it's you, no it isn't, it's you, and blaming each other for being each other. So you've got someone that's kind of like, fuck that noise, man. I can't keep saying that it's you knowing it is, where every time I do, you just throw it straight back in my face and it falls upon deaf ears and you just say that it's me. And I just say, no, it isn't. It is you because you did this. And you're like, fuck it, I ain't even going to waste my time. I'd rather be single and maybe meet someone new, or someone that I do have here that will treat me better than this. Because you have 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of Cups. 1 and 8, so like Leo, Aquarian placements, and then Life Path 7 or Cancerian placements that could be a part of the metaphysical new people. Let's see, because that would be why I did that and said that. You also have to look at this as tarot, right? It's very important to add up numbers and add cards up. Meaning that the cards I just said to you, okay, where I said 8, Aquarius, Leo, okay, and then I also said 7, like 8 here, 8 of Cups, which is Aquarian, Leo, Life Path 8s, and then I also said 4, 5, 6, 7, which is Cancer, which is you guys, or Life Path, okay, here. That would mean the people that are not here in the future, because you can't see it, right? So that means I'm seeing an energy for the future that could be involving those star signs. Okay, let's see. Cancer this week from the 8th. Queen of Pentacles. So you go into a relationship, Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn, or all of the above. Could be an earth signs. Let's see. Cancer this week. Yeah, new person or the same one, I don't know, but it picks up heavy and fast. Because like I said, you've got 2 energies that start off your week of blocking someone out and saying no. Now this is either someone that comes back and you agree and say yes, And if you don't and you're single, you meet someone new, you agree upon the contract of someone new here. Okay, it's up to you, like it really is, you know. You have your own choice to say yes or no. Let's see. Cancer this week. From the 8th, Cancer this week. So the 5. I also nearly said 5 of Cups, which is the 4 and the 1, which is 5. So I said it might have something to do with Sagittarian or Taurus placement. But there's rejection and abandonment. Okay, so it goes multiple ways. There's a single person here. If someone, one of these people, if there's third energies and there is someone as a couple here, and they've gone around this merry-go-round of blocking each other out and blaming one another through a 5, saying it's your fault, you know, and there was self-sabotage, abandonment, that self-sabotage and abandonment will happen again. If you've gone through it again and again and again and again and again, it's destined that it's going to happen again at some point. Okay, it's equivocal. It's here. That's what it says on the tin. There's rejection and abandonment. Okay, so these 2 4s, if it's a person that you've constantly tried to change and you realise you haven't, you either stay single and meet someone new, or you stay, or one of these people stay in the contract that they're with, but it will soon go wrong. Okay, it will soon turn bad. Okay. Let's see. Cancer this week. 3. So you could be in a metaphysical third-party energy here. You could have people that are trying to leave people and go towards a new contract. You got people that may be waiting for the past to just kind of turn up changed, but depends if you realise that people don't change, you know. Depends if you can leave that person that doesn't change. It's up to you. Like, you know, you could still be really unequivocally in a doubtful believing that the person that you've been dealing with for so long is the one, and that you're prepared to keep waiting for that person to change. That is down to you, you know. If you want to keep waiting for a person to change, you know, that's that. If you're like, well, I've realised that already, I'm on that timeline, it doesn't change, they haven't, I haven't, we've got 2 choices. You can either do it again, or you can meet someone new, but you still end up in this energy where people are trying to clear their energy of their past, which means you can't just do that like that. They'll still be in your memory and in your heart and your soul of a soulmate. Okay. Let's see. Cancer this week. And then you get 5. You get fights over... Oh, like I said, there's multiple ways of looking at this. You stay in the circumstance that you're in, where there's been loads of rejection and abandonment and fighting and screaming. You can stay in that circumstance and it remains the same, okay? Or you can be single and leave and meet a new person, and then these are either the new person, but I doubt that would be a new person straight away. Like 5s, they don't normally come up straight away. They normally are past energies that have caused a load of conflict in your life, right? Which is family and relationship. 5, work also, right? So that means a married couple or a couple that have been together that hate and scream and fucking shout and they constantly go round. You stay in that, you stay the same. You do the same. If you're married, in a relationship, you stay the same. If you leave and someone gets rejected and you meet a new person, then the other person isn't happy, or one of you isn't, the fact that someone's left. Okay? That someone is now concentrated in a new direction, waiting on another person. Because normally when someone realises there's no change and they leave, the other person then says, I can't believe that you abandoned the connection and you left. But if a person has abandonment issues and causes the abandonment, when they get abandonment and they basically got what they set out to do but they don't want that, they're still confused of not knowing what they want, which is the sense that makes none. You know, I created a scenario that made us abandon one another. The time got so sick and death of each other controlling one another that it caused an abandonment problem. Now the abandonment takes place with a fish, maybe. They move on with their life. As they do, the other person says, no, I can't believe that you left me. Yeah, but you abandoned it. No, I didn't. You did. No, I didn't. You left me. No, I didn't. You said that you weren't happy. Oh, well, I'm not. I just want you to change. Well, people don't. I'm still the same as what I am. What, you're trying to control me? Don't you love me or like me for the way I am? No, I want you to add more. I can't. Virgo, I can't give you any more than that. I've tried giving you that. What I give you wasn't enough. You wanted more of what I couldn't give you. You're still saying that it's me. Well, it is. You abandoned me. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, okay, right. Fuck that. I have had enough. Right? I've had enough of you telling me that it's me when it really is you. And you've gone into some kind of psychedelic mirror. But that can also be with a person that has abandonment, rejection, and also self-sabotage issues. That sabotages relationships. Okay. The person that sabotages it will believe that it's you that sabotages it. Right? Because you can't... Like I said, it's so important to know, even if it's bipolar, it's important to know, does a person come at you with a mood swing? A person that has bipolar has up and down moments, right? But they shouldn't have mood swings where they take their mood out on anybody else. When a person with bipolar has a mood swing, their mood will just take them low and down and just kind of want to be left alone and sleep, pretty much. That's what they'll want to do, okay? But they shouldn't be coming at you with loads of complaints to say, you're shit in a relationship, you don't do this, you don't do that, it's your fault, blah, blah, blah. I've never known that as an experience, and I may have bipolar. If I don't really get down that much, but if I do, and when I have in the past, it's been for a day, maybe two, and I've laid in bed and I've spoke to girlfriends at the time that I'm with and say, you know, do you fancy doing anything? I'm not really in the mood to go out anywhere, but if you just want to sit in front of the TV and watch television, I'm all right with that. You know, that's not a mood, right? That's, I feel a little bit down, but I just don't feel like doing much. But if you want to come over and just sit in front of the TV, fine, right? But if someone has a mood and they push and push and push you to the limit and make you feel accountable for their mood to make you feel bad, there you go. So you've got a person that brings you down here. And then they don't understand why it's like, right, okay, fuck this. Okay, you're now telling me that it's my fault. You know, your mood is, you don't have to tell me it's my fault because you're in a mood, right? If you're in a mood, fine, you're in a mood. But don't tell me it's me, because then you're going into all of these. Trying to, narcissism, gaslighting, and there you go, right? Confusion, narcissism, gaslighting, making a person believe it's their fault for leaving or not staying or not putting up with it. You know, it could be a Pisces. You know, I'm not putting up with that. Okay. Cancer this week. High Priestess, so someone stops talking to someone. The sense that equivotably doesn't make any. Okay, and I'll have to call your name out again, Ed. I don't know what your comments were or your emails that you constantly sent me, but I had to block you because you were saying some very, very strange stuff that I couldn't make head nor tail of. Okay, you're also in the comments saying that it was a brilliant channel and everything was great, and then what kind of diverse shit is this? And then on the other hand saying, I can't believe I found you, the messages that you're giving are spot on. That's, to me, that's the sense that doesn't make any at all. I don't know who you are. I mean, do I know you? Do I know you personally? I don't know. But like I said, if you're not in the right state of mind, then tarot isn't built for you. It's not the right place. Because if you're equivotably lost one's mind, and you could be like multiple personality disorder, and 1 minute you're okay, the next minute you're not, and you've turned from Jackal to Hyde, and you've like absolutely lost the plot and fucking schizophrenic, then trust me, tarot probably isn't built for your mind. It wouldn't be a tarot reader that you want, it would be psychological help here. You know. Just saying. I can't stop people from watching this, but what I do not want is people complaining and trying to confuse me by saying that you're really happy with the service and that the messages are spot on, and then the next 2 or 3 comments are, what kind of trickery bullshit is this crap? That doesn't make sense, man. Right? It really don't. So like I said, you probably don't need this channel or this website. What you may need is psychological help here. Okay? Because where you came from was the Sagittarius reading, which was the Taurus also reading as well. and they both had a lot of psychological damage, right? Which is not spiritual based. I ain't a doctor, I'm just a messenger, okay? If people come at me with a load of very strange, weird stuff, I always advise them, stop watching tarot card readings, definitely for a while. Stop looking for an answer that isn't spiritual based. It's psychological damage. Psychological damage, you know. It could be schizophrenia, it could be paranoia and schizophrenia, bipolar and everything all rolled into one, like a Jekyll and Hyde type sort of person that is, you know, multiple personalities. And to be honest, if I'm honest, that's the first thing I thought when I read the comments. 1 minute you were saying everything was great, and the next thing you changed and everything was absolute pile of shit, sending me a load of emails. That's a multiple personality disorder. You know, so honestly, word of advice, tarot isn't built. It's not the answer you're looking for. You need to find it within a doctor here, okay? You know, I don't mind anybody watching, and it's up to you what you do, but please don't never come at me on a paid subscription based channel here like this and leave loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of comments saying how good something is and then how shit I am and how it is, because that isn't the way that we conduct ourselves over here. This isn't YouTube, okay? It's a creditable business of me giving you messages of what you join for. You don't have to involve me in that, because I ain't taking it. Cancer. Wheel of Fortune, a karmic energy that you're not speaking to. Queen of Swords, one that you're more than likely going to cut out. Nine of Cups, more energies of Virgo. You got 3 nines, a cry for help. Someone really does need help here. Help. Right. Now, you're not Batman or Superman. You can't help people. They can only help themselves. Okay. If there's mental issues and mental problems, they can only help themselves. Okay. You can't tell a person with mental health to go and get help. Even if you get help, okay, it's still not recovered. You can't recover someone that's narcissistic and gaslighting. It's not a curable disease. It isn't. They might even admit to the energy, but they are still what they are. People don't change. Okay? If they are extremely and utterly narcissistic, that's the rude awakening. That's what keeps you staying. That's what keeps you with a karmic energy. Realizing, coming to the realization, waking up to the realization, I'm being manipulated and fooled and tricked by this person. The longer you think that you can support and help them and stay in the same circumstance that's proven not to work time and time and time and time again, and it's got nowhere but back to the same energy, it isn't about staying, it's about leaving. You can't help humanity. Humanity helps themselves. That's what they do. That's what we do. We help ourselves, okay? So if you think that you can help a person by staying and getting drawn into the darkness of this person, then you're mistaken, because you go back into a codependent way of being with the person, stuck on them, believing that you can one day help them. The one day that doesn't never turn up, apart from the same, right? That's what keeps you stuck in karmic situations, of realizing that karma is something that you leave, you don't stay in. You experience karma for a while. If it does nothing but get worse and worse and worse, you have to leave a karmic energy, okay? You don't, like I said, you can leave at any point, at any point, and you can go back at any point, right? It doesn't matter when or how, but what you have to realise is, okay, how many times have we done this? How many times has it not worked? How many times do I want to go over all of this and it's still not worked? So do I want to be in that circumstance or do I not? Not threatened, if you leave, I will never have you back, blah, 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 you're not going anywhere, you'll never find anyone better, blah, 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 all that bollocks. And then arguing and shouting and blaming and having a go and saying it's your fault. I can't believe that you would leave me and ever go when you're dealing with a person that has sabotage issues. Okay, because you can either stay in that and get back with the person and stay in that circumstance and the same thing just shows itself again, or you can try out a new energy and ascend, which is you jump ship. 6 of swords, really, or 6s, but you jump ship. Okay, you ascend to the next energy to learn. Because if you've gone back into the same, it's like sitting in a classroom, right? And you get detention, right? And the detention headmaster, whatever, tells you to come in to the same class every single day for the next 5 years. Okay, and they tell you to come back into that same class every single day for 5 years. And they get you to write out the same paper and learn it time and time again for 5 years. And all it is like a 3 or 4 page essay, a 3-page essay, right? And you know it backwards. And they keep asking you to come back and do the same one, and the same one, and the same one, to the point where you don't even need to write or read it. You can just interpret it just straight off because you've done it for 5 years, right? Eventually, you're going to get really pissed off and bored with being in detention when you realise, fuck, I really need to start learning something new or stop doing this, right? Because it ain't fucking getting me anywhere, right? I've missed out on 5 years of my life, right? I've been in detention for 5 years learning the same subject, going over it, not getting fucking anywhere. If I hadn't have done this, or I'd have left and thought, right, I'm actually going to not do that anymore, and I'm going to go off and learn a different lesson in a different classroom and do something different. You know, it's a different way of putting it, but it's true. So let's see. 4 of Pentacles. Trust me, I've been with soulmates and twin flames for a very long time, right? And I've been with twin flames where we've split up, like now, okay, single, split up, gone back, split up, done all of that for 3 years, went back, split up, got back, split up, got back, split up, got back, destroyed families, all turned them against everybody, okay, me, and all of that, and went backwards and forwards for 3 or 4 years, and then left for 6 months and went on my way with another twin flame that ended up, that just, the person never came over and met and wouldn't do any video conversations, and y'all know the story, right? That went wrong, and then I went back. Okay, then I went back, we accepted the contract with one another, but after 2 weeks, what happened? Exactly the same as what happened before. We went straight back into exactly. There isn't a thing that changed apart from it being probably 1 week without an argument is how it, as long as it lasted. 1 week. After that 1 week, it's been an argument every 2 days, 3 days. It's been the same. Right? So you kind of think, well, fuck, it's even proven to me that I go back and it's still the same. Right, so that's why you're hearing me a lot on YouTube and here telling you that people, when you've experienced it, they don't change. They don't. Okay, they really don't. Not in my experience have I ever noticed a person actually change when you're in it. When you go into a new relationship, okay, you stay who you are and you remain who you are, but you remain who you are with a new person that may really like who you are. No matter what you are, they may really like you, right? Because you fit really well with them, okay? So you're experiencing something new, but you are still the same, and so is the new person that you meet, and so is the same person in the past. They're still the same person, okay? If they was to meet someone new, they would be that person with someone else, right? But if that matched up with that person, they might really support each other. Okay. You never know. 4 of Pentacles. 8. Work and money. Banking, finances, and cash. Right. Kashina, Karina, Regina. Someone's well off with money here. Spiritual, esoteric person that does tarot cards also here. 8. Or getting one. Getting a reading. What is the 10 of Cups? Is the 7 of Swords. Leaving a person to go towards here. Thinking about leaving where I'm not happy to go towards where I might be happy here. Because that's a 7, leaving a 10 to go towards here. Maybe to find out an answer of what's going on. Like in my relationship. What's the 4 of Cups? 4 of Cups is the 9 of Wands. You're dealing with someone that is very fucking confused. Very, very, very confused. You know, I mean, this comes up in my sector because I dealt with a person that's life path 4, and that's very difficult, right? Because I'm a Scorpio rising, so it can be anywhere, families, person. Nine of Pentacles, Chariot, Cancer, and yourselves, single for a lot of you. This could be you, and this could be this other person that's equivotably fucking lost their mind, and you're like, fuck that, I'm single and I'm out. Going towards a 3 of Cups. Yeah, oh, Jesus. I mean, what is that, Libra? Not speaking to someone, not telling them about a Piscean, or not telling them about another person. Not speaking. If this is the same one that you've been going through with, it's pointless, man. It is absolutely pointless. You're, you know, maybe not using your intuition. Queen of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. Leaving, not speaking, and continue to go and hiding that from a person. Like I said, some people can meet new people, right? You can meet new people and be afraid to tell the person itself, or be afraid to tell one of these people that you decided to call it quits because you don't want to do it. Because if someone has a lot of temper and anger issues, sometimes you don't want to rock the boat and actually tell the person that you actually don't want to do it anymore, because you know that the outcome is going to be shit, and that you're going to cause a lot of fucking trouble by expressing that to a person, saying, I can't do this anymore, I've got to leave. Or like, even if you're in like a very narcissistic, controlling marriage, and the person makes you stay, and you're fearful of actually leaving it, okay, because of the narcissism and gaslighting. Now, you can actually do that when you're in a partnership. When you're with the person, you're worried that you might rock the boat, and you don't want them to find out the fact that you're with someone or met someone here, and that you have someone else. What's the Knight of Wands? Knight of Wands is a 4 of Pentacles, and the Devil, and a King of Cups. Wow, is that a new person? Knight of Wands? Because the 4 of Pentacles is here, and then you get two, well, a toxic energy and a positive energy. I can't tell you, right? Because you've got 4 of Pentacles, which is blocking someone out and continue to do it, whilst maybe seeing another person here. The sex, passion, twin flame, hypnotic connection. And it might be meeting someone new, blocking someone out, and then when you block the person out, you meet someone new. Or you're just bound by the devil energy of multiple people here. But that's also money as well. That's also a lot of money energy. What's the 5 of Pentacles? And then a 2. Someone doesn't know which one to leave. 3 of Pentacles, 7. Waiting. 3 of Wands. Waiting on one of these people. It depends on the one that has the guts to leave a person, really. 5 of Wands. 4 of Swords. Fucking hell, bro. What? You got a lot of 4s. Scorpio, Aries, or life path 4s, or a stubborn person. You're wasting your time trying to get through to that person. Like, I have that, right? It could even be, like I said, Sagittarius or Taurus placement. 4, Sagittarius, Taurus placement. They're opposite. They're opposite, right? If that's in the rising, and that's in the rising, like Taurus rising, Scorpio rising, that's a clashing of heads. Or a life path 5 and a 4, right? Whichever way it is, they're kind of like, you know, Taurus, Scorpio. But that's, yeah, draining, tired, fucking fighting, narcissism. 9 of Wands, single, 9 again. You've got a lot of energies of a Virgo placement being here. But that can also be like a Jekyll and Hyde, in and out, up and down. 9 of Pentacles. Could be a new person that someone meets after a controlling relationship. They bump into a new person. What's the High Priestess? Is the 7 of Wands? Fuck, it gets very confusing. Who is it that's being cut out here? Because this is twice around a possible Libra or a Piscean here. That person's being cut out. And you get 2 again, man. Someone hesitates. As they start to leave, they hesitate. Or someone's extremely negative. Like, extremely negative. And I mean very negative. They never add anything positive to the situation of the relationship at all. They're always blaming, negativity. That's the karmic energy. Someone that always tells you that it's you with loads of negativity, right? Just going to give you more negative energy, and just, that's darkness. That's dark and light. That's darkness. Like giving you loads of shit and darkness to deal with when you're like, right, okay, I've got to go. You're pushing me out and you're pushing me away. Okay, I will go. Queen of what sorts? Yeah, abandonment, rejection. It gets worse, the Nine of Cups. Ten of Swords. It ends and then it continues, or you meet someone new. Jesus Christ. Capricorn, 8, Aquarius, Leo. I don't know. It's up to you. You either stay in the relationship or you meet someone new. Because 1 is here. If you deal with the same person, you go through the same thing. Put it that way. Okay. These are general readings. It's up to you. You know, you might need a personal one. But I mean, I did my personal reading today and I had a fucking brilliant one. Like, yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, it was fucking all over the place. But like, you know, here, you either stay in the same circumstance that's proven to not work. You either stay or you go. That's your option. You know, it's like batting your head up against a brick wall, Cancer. If you've come up against the same scenario and the same wall every time, obviously I would keep running into the same wall, right? The same block, the same realising. You're not changing. The wall is still the same. I've been headbutting it for the last 10 years, but all that's done is hurt my fucking head and give me an headache listening to that shit, right? So it's giving me an headache. So what do I need to stop doing? Smashing my head up against that wall, right? Because it ain't going to budge, it ain't going to move, and it ain't damaged them, it's actually damaged me. It's damaged my soul, my psyche, my relationship, my life. So what do? Stop doing it, right? And actually go, right? Make a decision to leave and stop doing it, right? There you go. So that's what I've got. Thanks very much, you guys. Stay tuned for your next reading.